So I've had a lot of requests to do another autism meme review where we have a look at memes shared in my Discord server and we review them, we rate them. And I woke up this morning and I was all ready to do it and I was feeling in a great mood. I had a lot of energy. Then I got a phone call to tell me that my landlord has decided that we have 2 months to leave where we are currently living, where we have been living for the last 6 bloody years. Not great, but then I went on to see what's available to rent in the area and my eyes were watering because the price, it's like just under double what we pay now. So yeah, I don't know, this background, the clock might be ticking. I've sent an email to try and like ask, can we just maybe have a little bit more time since we've been here for 6 years, that they're not just like the bare minimum 2 months. I'm kind of at a phase where like I'm just finding it really funny. I just think it's hilarious. I'm just like, wow. But then I'm like, have I fully processed it yet? I don't think so. At some point I'm gonna stop finding it funny and I'm like not looking forward to that moment. Anyway, just warning that this backdrop might not be here, and if I seem a little bit distracted in the next couple of months, it's probably due to whatever the hell goes on with that. So yeah, I guess I need to do the memes today. The memes are gonna be the therapy today. When life gets hard, we turn to memes. That is what we do. And I was so excited particularly to make this memes today, this morning, before I got the phone call, because last week I actually got to meet some people from my Discord server who went to see the Eras tour in Edinburgh. I was there night 1, queued all day in the elements, in the wind, and it was a great time. But it was just, yeah, it's so wonderful to get to exchange friendship bracelets and see people in real life, like, these people actually exist. I don't know. Anyway, I'm so thankful and grateful for my Patreon and my Discord community. So I want to celebrate you today with some memes. This is posted by Ovary. What time do you eat? Oops, I'm shaking. Time to eat. Very relatable, all too relatable. I woke up this morning and I had a smoothie first thing and I felt so proud of myself. Like, you actually made yourself a filling breakfast. Well done, because I've just been skipping breakfast a lot recently, and then the problem is, and you get really hungry and you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, like the meme, you're like, oh, I'm shaking, I really don't feel well, and then you have to like quickly just scoff something, and then you don't necessarily have the time to make something considered and healthy, and what you'd actually choose to eat is just like, oh my god, what's the nearest thing that I can like get into my mouth, and it's never as enjoyable. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I'm giving it extra points because it was posted by Ovary, who looks like they have a Powerpuff Girl in their profile picture. Can we fetch you anything else tonight, mistress? Say these little creatures. Another blood offering, perhaps. Ooh, she's scary. She says, nay, be gone, thralls. Leave me to my evil and sexy affairs. And then she just goes on her computer. No. I just got headphones on. I feel so seen. That is me. Sometimes I feel a bit sad. Many other autistic people feel sad about this because I get just like so hyper fixated on doing stuff on my computer that I'm like, I kind of forget the rest of the world exists quite a lot. And then also time goes so fast when I'm like scripting videos, particularly when video editing and stuff as well. And it's like, my life is going by so fast. And then it can get a bit existential. I'm gonna give that one a 9 out of 10. I have autism, someone shouts. I'm autistic, says another girl with a bow on her head. And then, oh! I didn't look ahead. Okay, so then they make eye contact. And is it like enemies to lovers? Is that what it is? You know, like that trope. This is quite, I don't know, this is making me feel things. I'm sorry, everyone. This was not the direction I thought. I'm not sorry. I quite like this one. I can't speak. I'm blushing and give that an 8.5. I quite like that meme. And you know what? We should all be friends. It's true. Henry Tudor. Henry posted this one, guys. We all have those days feeling like a violin playing lion haunted by uncertainty. No, that's too close to home. That's too close to home. And home is not going to be home soon. Can you tell this has not been processed? Has anyone else had this happen? Like, please tell me your like bad landlord stories, being kicked out. Is there anything that I can do? I'm not okay. Oh, that lion looks so sad. Oh no, it's making me feel a bit emotional. I'll give it a 7.9. I feel you, lion. Controversial, neurodivergent, unpopular opinions. These may be shocking, may lose millions of followers, exclamation mark. And then in the description it says, comment which one you find to be most problematic /S. So sarcasm, okay. Autism is when autistics have autism. I mean, I don't like to say have autism, so should I be offended by that? Autism is when autistics are autistic. That's what I would change that to. I'm very offended. Lampshades are not able to self-diagnose with PTSD. That is true. This. Say it louder for the people in the back with like a clapping hand emoji. Launching people with ADHD out of a catapult for having ADHD is a subtle form of ableism. They did say specifically for having ADHD as well. It's not just, you know, because they wanted to be in the catapult or anything like that. Nope, it is supposed to be a punishment. I mean, I'd maybe go as far to say that isn't that subtle. Do you know what I mean? Not being able to build a time machine does not make you any less autistic, but I feel like some people think it does. No, I seriously do. Like, if you're not a genius with a photographic memory who can build a time machine, are you really autistic? Because I have a 5-year-old nephew who built a time machine in his back garden, and he's been to the year 3000, you know? Being neurodivergent and a minor is not a valid excuse for eating children. Do you know what? I agree. I agree. Preach. I'm gonna give these 10 out of 10. Valid. These are so valid. Say it louder for the people in the back. Okay, we've got a reel as well. Trying fried ice for the first time. Shocking autism life hack. How to beat a neurotypical's picky eater accusations. I mean, that is not like an ideal situation, and that looks very hot. I want to see how they fixed it. I don't like seeing video of things getting messed up. A secret 99% of autistics don't know. Don't try fried ice. Don't do it. That's a don't do it out of 10. Just don't. That did not end well. I don't believe that is a hack, and I don't believe that that's going to help you. I just don't. Might be controversial. I just don't think so. We need awareness of those who tragically lack autism. The ribbon is tauped to symbolize the toned down sensory and emotional experience of those lacking autism. The eyes represent the incessant demands for eye contact from people lacking autism. Tone it down, taupe. Oh no, I love that so much. That's hilarious. It's like a squid. I'm gonna give that one an 8.7. I like that one. Funkiness says there should be a hotline for me to call autistic people with specific hyperfixations every time I have a question. Then someone said they made a website for it and it's called Reddit. That is kind of true, but there's also a lot of nonsense on Reddit, which we do respond to on this channel often. But you know, I'm sure there is a lot of wisdom on there as well. A hotline, but you see the autistic people might not want to be on the phone, although maybe if they're just talking about a hyperfixation all day, it would be really great like both ways, because the autistic people would be happy because they'd be, you know, getting to monologue, but then also the other person would be happy because they're getting their information. I mean, actually they might be like, oh, I kind of want to hang up now, like I think I've got everything I need, and then the autistic person's giving more and it's like, anyway, give that one a 6, yeah. The anxious urge to say no worries either way when you're actually worrying both ways, plus a secret third way. Oh, me messaging my landlord, can we stay for a bit longer? No worries either way. No, I didn't phrase it like that. I phrased it a bit more like, help. Maybe after 6 years of us living here, maybe you can find it within yourself to give us a small crumb of humanity. Please, sir. Please, sir. May I have some more time? I will give that one a 5. I'll give that one a 5. When you didn't expect to reach 18, but 30 is around the corner. Didn't expect to reach 18. I'm not supposed to exist that long. This is getting weird. What is that creature? Does anyone know what that's from? That's like terrifying. Didn't expect to reach 18. Oh, that's sad. But I did. In my teens, I always had this feeling like I'm gonna die soon. I am not going to live long. I don't know why. That's probably just an anxiety, like doom thing. I would have felt like that was depression, but now I think I would see that kind of dark cloud as more like an ominous anxiety, sort of like something is gonna go wrong feeling, just taken to an extreme in my head. But yeah, I mean, I still kind of have it now. What I think to some extent it is as well, is that I feel like my life's nearly over quite a lot. Is it time blindness? Because I have no sense of like the speed of time, and I'm like, oh, well, I feel like I'm already 28 and that went quite fast, so basically my life's over. I mean, kind of true in a way. Is it true? Big if true. Don't know. Okay, well, we'll all have an existential crisis now. But yeah, 30 is right around the corner. But I've kind of already mentally rounded myself up to 30 so that 30 won't feel like that much of a shock. I always feel a little bit like, have I said this before? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'm just repeating myself and being boring. To bring it back to Taylor Swift, of course. Taylor Swift sometimes says she feels like she froze when she became famous. And this is a thing that sometimes famous people say, apparently, that, you know, like you freeze at whatever age you become famous. You don't continue to grow up because your life is so different, I suppose, to most people. I feel a bit, because I dropped out of education when I was 17, I feel a little bit like I froze there. And it's not true. It's not true, because of course I've carried on growing and learning, and I'm not the same person I was at 17, and I have a child now, and I've been through so many other things. But I don't know, maybe it's just anything that takes you off the typical in quotation marks path of like education and like going on to university and then a job and all that. Maybe, I don't know, it just feels like it's more difficult to measure the passage of time than it was when you were just going through the years of school. So I don't know. Anyway, basically, I feel like my life's gonna end next week. I don't know. What do I rate you, Mr. Blob? An existential out of 10. I don't know. It makes me a bit sad because like didn't expect to reach 18. Therapist, you need to open up more. Me, I can't. Therapist, why not? Let me visualize it for you. Yeah. Kind of what oversharing feels like. I'll give it a 6.2. I'm trying to avoid 7. Can you tell? Confident autistic person starter pack. Confident autistic person. Confident. I'm sure that does exist, but that's not how I would describe myself. Low self-esteem, autistic person starter pack. That's what I need. No idea how to dress. Looks great anyway. Black boots. I wear those boots. I mean, not those exact boots, but similar boots. That's all I wear every single day. Do I really have an idea how to dress? I don't know. I just go for what I like. I've never really understood fashion. Oh my gosh, I just got the urge to tell you an embarrassing story. So I applied. I always forget this. For some reason, at some point, must have been in between having a job at Lush, because I worked at Lush as a Christmas temp. The next Christmas, I got a job at the same Lush again, and then that time I was kept on because they did keep on staff members that time. But in between that, it must have been in between, I applied for a job at Topshop. Do I look like somebody who should work at Topshop? I don't really think so. And clearly not, because I did not get the job. I was told during the interview, I was only interviewed because one of the staff members had seen there was a picture of kittens on my CV and they liked kittens. So that's why. I don't know what that selection process was. I think it was because I was showing that, oh, I'm into photography, and I used to go into like my local RSPCA and take photos and videos for them as like a little volunteering thing to try and help animals be homed. And so I must have been like, here's an example of my photography on my application for Topshop. I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing. How many pages long was this CV? I don't know. Probably super embarrassing, but hey, it got me an interview, but it was the most awkward, horrible interview of my life. I've had a few like that where most of the time I feel like, no, I'm not too bad at interviews, but there's been a couple of times where I just really do not click with the person at all and do not get them. And they asked me, this was where I really failed. They asked me to talk about some recent trends, and I just sat there and went blank. I had nothing to offer. And like, I knew I was going for an interview at Topshop. Why did I not do any sort of preparation or research? Anyway, I learned my lesson. You have to prepare if you're going to interview for something about fashion. What did I even wear? I kind of did similar makeup to what I do now, but I wasn't as good at it. I don't think I'm good at it now. But like I would do, like my eyeliner, it would be really huge sometimes because it would go wrong, and then I'd keep adding more, it would get really fat, and I just feel like I probably looked, just like not, I looked like I should work at Lush, which was right next door to where the Topshop was, basically. Like I look like I should be there, like I should be with the vegans with their tote bags, fighting animal testing tote bags that everybody who works at Lush bloody has. Like, that's where I should be, with the crazy soap people. I shouldn't be with the fucking Topshop people. That was the most embarrassing thing, sitting there racking my brain. I was like, I guess it's kind of close to springtime and there's flowers on stuff. Should I say maybe I did say like florals. I was like, that's a thing that comes in on trend every year, right? That's a thing that happens. Then I remembered towards the end, because what year would this have been? It's like 2014. You remember when they had those kimonos with tassels? And towards the end, I remembered that, and I was like, oh, I just remembered a trend, the kimonos. I like put that in at the end. So yeah, I didn't get the job. I don't think I contacted for feedback or anything, because I was like, I know, I'm taking everything I need from this. And yeah, I waited till the end of the year and I was employed at Lush again, and I had a great time. So I don't think I would have enjoyed working at Topshop. I probably just saw that they needed people. I probably saw an advert, had an intrusive thought, and was like, you should apply. So yeah, I don't know. Do I have any idea how to dress? I like the stuff that I wear. I like things that are comfy. I hate jeans. I, like a novelty Wonderstruck earring. Doesn't like phone calls. Doesn't need them. Yes. Hate phone calls. I hate the phone call I got today to tell me I have 2 months to leave my current living situation at my filming setup. That's what I was so upset about. And when I look at anywhere now, I'm like, oh, but where would I set up to film? Because even like working out where to film in this place is not super easy. I didn't have like loads and loads of space. I guess if I put my guitars on the walls somewhere else, like I'll have to make sure that I have permission to do it, because we were allowed to do that here. Maybe if I can put my guitars on the wall, it will feel like my backdrop, like home. What do you want to see in a backdrop from me? Give me advice and inspiration. No, I'm not a fan of phone calls. They just immediately, like, that feeling when your like blood runs cold when I hear it going, like, Relaxes for a fine evening of the most exquisite cartoons. It's SpongeBob in the background. SpongeBob earrings would be cool. Before I was vegan, when I was a child, whenever I got a McDonald's, I was always really excited when SpongeBob was on, and I always wanted it to be an episode that heavily featured Krabby Patties as I was eating my burger, and I feel like it never happened for me. Those two things never collided, but I was always just waiting for like Krabby Patty McDonald's for everything to come together, and it didn't. There's a picture of wine there. I think wine is awful. Just not a fan of the taste of basically any alcohol. Apart from Sambuca. I like Sambuca. Strides because they've got places to be. That's me if I'm on my own. If I'm on my own, yeah, I do think I tend to walk quite fast. I always end up like kind of sweaty and out of breath. And I'm like, why? My mom's not autistic and she walks so fast. It is so chaotic. If you're in the supermarket, she's like walk, 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 and then she like stops and then remembers that she needed something from somewhere else. Then she like does this dramatic pivot, and it's just like she does everything very, very fast. She says it's because when I was a baby I was like really clingy, and so she had to just like do things really fast in order to get anything done. I don't know. Speaks loudly and directly because they've got important things to say. I suppose this is the confident autistic person. I would love to speak loudly and directly because I've got important things to say, but I speak quietly and mutter at the floor. No, it depends. I don't know. I can be so different from day to day. Do any other people feel like that? Why are some days like, this is a day where you are going to be able to social? Oh no, sorry, today you are going to be completely withdrawn. Sometimes it's not really related to like how much sleep I've had or anything. I don't know. Fuck Autism speaks. We can speak for ourselves. Look at that flag. Look at that dreadful autism flag. Beautiful. It's a masterpiece. Love it. Flapping arms, too powerful to be contained. Yeah, this is what unmasking looks like. We all need to be striding purposefully, waving our flags, flapping our hands, flapping our flags maybe, flapping our flags, flapping our hands, wearing the black boots, ignoring phone calls. Maybe that's what unmasking looks like. Confident autistic person starter pack. I am going to rate you a 7. We're back to Meg rates everything a 7. That's all these videos are. I don't even know why you're here. I don't even know why you're watching it. NHS to outsource autism diagnosis waiting list to school bullies from the Daily Tism and the stock image. Oh, the poor child. I feel sorry for them because the school bullies single out the autistic people. You don't need to go get an official diagnosis with the NHS because if you've been bullied at school, there's a high chance you'll probably be autistic. It's so weird how that happens. Obviously, you know, people can be bullied for different reasons other than just being autistic. Any sort of difference can sometimes be not so great in high school, but there definitely is a thing that autistic people, you know, sometimes tend to be the people who are seen as slightly nerdier or just, I don't know, something on a subconscious level that people sense. What is it? Is it body language? Is it facial expression? Maybe if I saw myself at school, like zoomed out, like there was like, you know, a camera on the wall, hidden camera, maybe I'd be able to understand what they saw. I think my internal experience of how I put myself across when I was at school was very different from the reality and what people actually saw. And I think people would say that I came off as stuck up. They would say that I obviously hated everybody. I didn't smile, just that I was weird. But that was often when I did try. What was it that like singles you out? Because it's so weird, like we're like, people don't look autistic and like you can't see inside someone's mind, but obviously, you know, we must be behaving in a way that kind of puts a flashing light above our heads sometimes, even when we're trying really hard. It's interesting. I'm gonna give that one a 7. Solid 7. We've got snail bingo because a snail is the mascot of my Discord server. If you join my Patreon and my Discord, you are a snail. That is what you become. We had little wooden snail badges that everybody got when they joined back in October, November last year. It was very exciting. So I guess this is all lore of my Discord server. Let's see if I actually know what's going on. Low-key jealous of Meg's earring collection. Thank you. Well, do you say thank you when someone says they're jealous? Is that a time to say thank you, or do you go, oh, don't be jealous? I don't know what the appropriate response is to I'm jealous. I'm glad that you like my earrings. Has seen every single one of Meg's videos. That's so weird. It's always just so weird to imagine that people actually watch, but I suppose they probably do at this point, but it's still hard to believe. Oh, speaking of snails, this is my phone case that I got and it has a snail on it and it's been walked by a cat who is also a person, and then I think that's just like a radish walking around. I don't know, it spoke to me, and every time I see it, it makes me happy. But yeah, anyway, late discovered autistic. Yes, that is me. Watches every new video. That's very kind. Owner of a snail badge. If you join later, we don't have the snail badge promotion thing going on at the moment, but I do have some spares. So I think I'll probably do some sort of giveaway kind of thing at some point. There probably will be a way to acquire a snail badge, and then who knows what will occur in the future. Uses Snailbert daily. That's our bot because our other bot perished, and then that bot was reincarnated as Snailbert thanks to a very intelligent human being who knows who they are. Checks the Discord first thing in the morning. ADHD. Watches other autism creators on the Discord from the beginning. I suppose I was. Chats on the server at work. Oh, that's so cute to imagine everyone there at work. LGBTQIA. Yep. Knows frequent posters by name and profile picture. Knows what Luis did is the next one. Knows what Luis did. Luis is my husband, my partner. If you didn't know, what did he do? What did he do? Can someone tell? If somebody knows, can you tell me in the comments, or is it a secret? Am I not allowed to know what he did? I don't know. I know he hid in spoilers that he has a secret crush on Hayley Williams after we went to see the Eras tour. See, it had to get the Eras tour in somewhere. What has he done? I don't know. But he's very active. He's very present. I wouldn't be surprised. He's done a lot of things. Then knows why we're called snails. Because snails are the cutest. And everyone in my server is a cute snail on a lead being led around by a cat in a pink skirt and a cardigan. Obviously, that's why. Not as comfortable in any other Discord. That makes me happy. I mean, I would be happy if you were comfortable in other Discords as well, but you know what I mean. Has experienced autistic burnout. Oh, I'm sorry. Over 25. You get an extra point for being over 25, apparently. Has never said same so much before in their lives. Yeah, I feel like that. Believes Anton is a real raccoon. I'm not gonna say that I don't. I'm not gonna say that I don't, because if I see a raccoon now, I do. Like, it's becoming synonymous almost, you know? Like, that is what I think of. Knows the origin and meaning of mourning. There is an alternative spelling of mourning that occurs on the Discord server. Posts Reddit memes in the memes channel. Knows the backstory of I don't know the backstory. Has mentioned the server in real life. I met people from the server in real life, and I did mention it. I'm gonna give that 10 out of 10. That's so cool. Finally, I just want to say thank you so much to the wonderful community here on YouTube as well, and also over on Patreon and Discord. It's nice because, you know, life's not always easy. Life can be tough, and when life is tough, you need autism memes. But it's really nice to feel like there's a group there, you know, a group of people there. And as much as everyone else feels like they're saying same all the time and they found a load of people that they can connect to, I also really needed that, and I also feel that with that community. And you know, I really appreciate it. I'm not just isolated on my own on the computer anymore. I have people that I can turn to as well. And if you do join, it's $4 a month for the lowest tier, and then you get access to the Discord server, and you also get exclusive videos. And if you're on the higher tiers, you get podcasts, and there's outtakes, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll leave it linked, and you can go and check it out and find out what's on there and see if it's something you'd want to join. And if you do join the Discord server, your memes may be selected for next time. They may be ranked by me. I may rank them 7 out of 10 for you. That is probably what I will say. Spoiler alert. But you know, who knows, maybe I might say something different. Maybe stick some bad ones on there just for fun so we can get some lower ratings, because they're all too good and they all end up being too high. Join my Discord server to post some rubbish memes. Everyone will be really happy. Thank you so much for watching though. I'll leave the memes playlist linked if you would like to see some more meme reactions. The last one, you had to choose like your seating position, like how you sit, because I feel like autistic people and LGBT people, that's also a thing as well. You know, we like to sit bizarrely sometimes, and that's okay, that's our right, but I want to know, how weirdly do you sit? And it did get very, very weird in that memes video, and that's fine. That's what we do on this channel. That is my profession now, being weird in earrings and oversharing online. Okay, bye!